Hello everybody. My name's Adam. I'm here in southern Indiana. And I've got a 72, maybe even a 71. Pretty sure it's 72 though. Dodge B200 tradesman van. And right now it is night, obviously. But it's New Year's Eve night, 2019. I bought this van about 2 weeks ago, I think. Coming up to 2 weeks. And this is a different project for me. And you'll get to see me in a minute and kind of meet me. But this is different for me because I have only dealt with cars up to this point. I'm a Mopar person at heart. I've had a few Dusters, Dart Sports, which are basically Dusters. I've had a Challenger. I had a couple four-door Darts. You know, just vehicles like that. And then I just recently sold a 1981 Chevy Camaro. It's a Z28 clone. It was blue, had black interior, and I put a 5.3 LM7, or in general it's called the LS motor. It had the fuel injection, had the matching transmission behind it, the 4L60. And after I got it on the road, I bought it in 2013 and did a complete restoration on it. I took a long-term project out of it and just built all the body back, the back end especially. And I just recently got it done, I would say late summer. And when I started driving it, it drove really nice. It started every time like it should, you know, when you have electronic fuel injection. I just realized that I was not so much a Chevrolet or GM guy. I did appreciate the car, but there's some kind of inside of you when you have an attachment or something. And I wanted to get back into Mopar. And one of the keys for me to get in a van, it took a little bit of a stigma, I guess, to get past, for me to get past the idea of a van, although I had nothing against them, is just that I guess culture in general kind of looks at these old vans as kind of a creep wagon, or, you know, kind of suspicious activity situation. And but when you realize what you're gonna do, your intentions with it, you know what, it really doesn't matter what other people, as long as they don't hassle you and give you trouble. I'm not here to do anything suspect. But I run a side business that well, I shouldn't say side business. It's my main business now. It's my full-time job. And I make little miniature basketball courts. And it's really taken off. And I like to advertise. I like to market it. It's fun. I think I do have a bit of a knack for it. I've gotten a lot of people involved, and they really seem excited about what I do. So I want to, you know, kind of cultivate that, make it into something big. You know, I'm sure it has a future that could go a few different ways, but in the meantime, to fulfill my car hobby, I thought I would kind of mix and match. And I'm back into Mopar, since this is a Dodge. And this video, and hopefully others, will be inspired by others in the past few years on YouTube. And I'll throw a few names out there. I'm sure they don't mind. Uncle Tony's Garage. He's a Mopar guy, but he has a lot of the basic knowledge of old school vehicles and just fixing something up, and just being, you know, into what you're doing automotively. Also, the Vice Grip Garage. I really appreciate what Derek does there. He fixes up something, or he'll go buy something that hasn't been running in years, and he will get it running on the spot and drive it home. And he has little projects, so some of them are more conservative and some of them are more elaborate, so he kind of covers the spectrum on that. And so this one, this 72, it's title, I keep saying that because it's a 71 title, but I noticed on the VIN it registers as a 72. So I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference, I guess. It is kind of nice to know exactly what it is. But it sat for over 10 years up near Indianapolis. and I bought it for a good price from a gentleman, and it didn't run, so we hauled it home. Didn't have a battery, and I think he said he didn't even put a battery in it. It's got a 318 with a 904. It's got an 8 1/4 rear with looks like maybe a 355 gear, but I can't read the tag and I'll have to figure that out. But it's all original for the most part. It is a military van, that's why it's green. That's why the wheels are green, but it has the original Dodge hubcaps on it. The ones that were painted. See them better there. Apologize for the phone, it's got some issues as far as focusing. But this 318, I put a battery in it, and the gas, you could smell the gas. It was that stale. Actually, my first Duster, about 20 years ago this year, it was a 74 Duster. We pulled it out of a junkyard. It was green, and it had sat over 10 years, and we got it started after we fed some fresh gas into it, but it had that a full tank of rotten gas in it. Fortunately, this one was not full. I got it out just this evening, and it just had a little bit in it, and it had turned into so it didn't spill out, which that's actually good on that, but we'll have to clean it out. I'm still smelling it as I go through stuff here. Just that smell lingers really bad. So, get that out, and I ordered a new gas tank, so hopefully we'll get that soon. But really, I need to do some work. You'll see some holes there. I've cut some of that out. We're going to fabricate some metal in. Hopefully I get to show you that. Bought a brand new welder. I had some other welders previously wire feed, but they was older, and these welders, they keep getting better. Even if you go to Harbor Freight, you can get a good little wire feed MIG or flux core welder. And I noticed my friend got one a couple years ago, and I was kind of blown away at how much better it welded than my Clark welder. So the Clark welder finally went out, and I decided to get this Hobart right here. Got it yesterday. We'll see how it does. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. But they had a good deal on it at TSC. And if you hear that, that is Sheba. She's the house cat, I guess. How you doing, Sheba? She'll be around a little bit, you'll see her. But I got this one, and we're going to see how it does. I was a welder by trade before I did my mini corp business, or started that. And so I was pretty good at welding, and when I did that Camaro, that was before I did it as a trade. And and I did pretty good with it, so it's an interest. Whatever, we'll do that. And I look forward to doing it again, this one, getting everything straightened out. And hopefully this is a good introduction video for me, and for you to get to know me. Hopefully, I'd love to show you more videos, because, just doing something and being involved. I'm 30, what am I? I don't know how old I am. I'm 37 or 38 years old. I was born in 82. And my dad was a hard worker and liked to do projects. He was really good with woodworking. That's one part of me that got into the mini courts. So we build the little miniature basketball courts out of real wood. And then I'm pretty good with detail and art and, observation. So I do the art part mostly. And I have built many of them. So I like to work with my hands. So with this van, we're looking to make it kind of a 70s custom van. Obviously it is from the 70s, so we'll stick with that theme. They tend to really look good when you go back to that, whether it was that way originally or you're going something fresh. This was, like I said, a military vehicle, and you could tell it was green inside, and it was used just for cargo and any of that sort of thing. So it's really never experienced that kind of cushy luxury type life. So we'll do something a little different. I haven't quite decided everything myself, but maybe you'll go on that adventure with me, and we'll see what we got. And I might cut it off right there, and I'll try to do some more videos. But I started working on this in the past week, and before I got too deep into it, I just wanted to kind of let everybody get a good glimpse at it first, and I'll show you some of the rust real quick. All right. There's little spots on it, like right here, and this is where the floor mounts on the inside. You can see it right there. It mounts there, and that butting of it to the body is where you have that problem. So there's some up here, and you get the same thing with the wheel well. A little bit here. But we have a good set of cargo doors. Need a little bit of just clean up. The rocker panel is really good. We got stuff like this here, which some of it can be fabricated, and you can buy some of this stuff actually, brand new. And this is particularly a point because it's here and here, and this whole jam is on that, so we'll want to get that straightened out. And it has a really nice grill. You can't really see it in the dark here. It's one of the painted grills. It's not the, you know, the bright grill. So we'll paint it probably back to where the factory would have done it if it was a civilian vehicle. So it would have been white. The bumpers would have been white, front and back. And, you know, it might even do a silver just to kind of mimic the chrome, but I don't want it to look cheap. If it looks better white and more honest white, then we'll do that. And this side's really the bad side as far as the rust. You have the rocker panel, and then you have the belly on the side here. So we have all these, I have that, and we have this brand new. And the footwell here is not too bad. There's a little spot there. And I've cut out most of the floors that are bad. This area here, they used to make it, to my knowledge, but they don't now. So we're just going to put in a nice piece of steel there and weld it back to this cross member. And I bought some floor pans to fit in here, so that needs some more trimming. And I'll open it up, engine cover up here soon. You can see. We're going to restore the steering wheel. I've already restored the cap here, and then added a kind of the orange center, which wasn't factory, but I thought it kind of fits the look. And then the dash here, I had this covered up for all the dust. All the lights seem to work. It's a radio delete, so we'll put a radio in it. Might put an overhead console. We'll try to make it nice, make it like a nice over-the-road vehicle, almost like a trucker special, I guess you could say. Add a CB, all that fun stuff. And then the paint scheme, just to give you an idea, it might be about warm colors. So we might go orange, red, butterscotch, something like that, and do some cool striping or some scrolling or something. Make it look kind of vintage that way. So with that said, I'll jump off here. It's been like 10 minutes. It's way too long. Check out this channel. You don't have to subscribe, but if something interests you, give it a look. We'll be glad to do some more videos, and just let me know feedback, good or bad. And thank you much.